3 years ago, I hit rock bottom. After a surprise divorce, I lost a lot. It was until my son said to me these 5 words, "Wherever you go, I go," then my entire life changed at that moment. I wasn't buried, I was planted. And my son's words was the watering that I needed to get back up there. And now I'm focused on health, happiness, and financial freedom. Let's show you how I'm doing it. Okay, this is 3 years after I've done this video, so I actually haven't seen this video yet since I recorded it 3 years ago. So I'm gonna pause along my way, and but yeah, it's gonna be pretty raw. So here we go. All right, so it's April 26th, 2023. So I'm in Oakville, Ontario, up in Canada. My story is that I've been separated for a couple months. My wife actually left me. She said she wasn't in love with me. I guess she wants to do bigger and better things. I have no idea. I've already moved on. So here's the deal. 2 days after she told me on Super Bowl Sunday, which was kind of a crock of shit in itself. I was out with friends and family and having a good time, and she was there with us and having a good time, and we came back and she dropped the bomb on me. Totally rug pull, had no fucking idea. So I took that as a complete lack of respect. So anyway, so that's true. It did happen on Super Bowl Sunday. I actually call it the super dump. So, you got to have some humor even in the worst of times, but it's affectionately called the super dump for me. The next day, I told my son, and then the day after that, on the Tuesday, I told my parents. And while I was at my parents' so on the Monday after Super Bowl, those were the 2 hardest conversations I've ever had to have. Is the Monday tell my son, and then the Tuesday I drove to Niagara to tell my parents. So that was like just a complete tornado of emotions and, a disaster. But however, when I told my son, he said, "Wherever you go, I go." And that was the major win in my world. So that set me along the right path to moving on. I didn't want to be a part-time dad. Right? Like I didn't want weekends or every other week, right? Like that's not what I signed up for when I became a parent. So to hear those words out of his mouth was definitely, that was the win that set me along the right path. This is the last day I cry over somebody that doesn't want to be with me. So let me just back that up for a second. At my parents, I told them this is the last day I cry over somebody that doesn't want to be with me. So this is true. When I told them, I cried. And then after I told them that, it was, I did say to myself, this is the last time I cry over somebody that doesn't want to be with me. And this is what I would tell anybody watching this that might be going through their own super dump, is it's the same thing. Right? Like, do not cry over somebody that doesn't want to be with you. It sucks, but you got to pick up the pieces and move on super fast. Do not dwell on it. If you do, you're going to end up being one of those pissed off, bitter divorcees that nobody wants to hang out with. That was it. Wednesday morning, I woke up and I was a new man. I started dating almost immediately. Hotter girls, fitter girls, younger girls than she was. Anyway, so my ultimate goal right now is that, and I'm still dating, still hotter girls than she was. But anyway, my goal is to find somebody that. So that this is all true. The Super Bowl, after the super dump on Sunday, I started dating the following weekend.
The thing is with men and even women that get super dumped, your ego gets bruised. And every guy watching this, we all have egos. And I wanted to, stroke my ego. So yes, I dated younger, hotter girls right away. And it did work, right? It gave me that ego boost. It helped me move along. Even though it was so soon after the separation, it helped me get to that next step in moving on with my life and finding happiness.
Doesn't lie to me. She didn't cheat on me or anything like that, as far as I know. But she did disrespect me in many ways. So the best way to get that revenge is that, well, I'm gonna get the fucking body I want. I'm gonna make the money I want. I'm gonna end up living on the beach. I'm gonna have cottages up north here in Canada to go to in the summer, and all winter I'm gonna be on the beach, and I'm gonna be with somebody that's crazy hot, crazy nice, crazy sweet, and I'm gonna be living the dream. And I wish her the most happiness, but she made a big fucking mistake.
So let's just flip back for a second. I mentioned hotter a lot. Again, that was the revenge part of it, the ego boost I needed. Reality is that, especially at this age, good looks is amazing. You have to be attracted to somebody for sure, but they got to be a good person, right? This was a lot of emotion, and you can clearly tell I was struggling with this. I don't care if she thinks it was a mistake or not. I'm way past that stage. For me, it's, I've got the 3 pillars of what I think is the right way to live your life, which is health and fitness is number 1. Number 2 is happiness. And number 3 is money and wealth. And the reason for it is that you need your health and fitness to be happy. And it doesn't matter how much money you have, you're not going to be happy if you're just going to have a more expensive hospital bed, right? You need health and fitness to be number 1. So I guess, my biggest thing here is that if anybody watches this, I'm not sure. I don't even know if I should be doing this really. But if anybody watches this and it can help somebody, do not cry over somebody that doesn't want to be with you. That's the number 1 thing you can take away from this is that it's not the end of the world. It's the beginning. And there is this great saying where it's like, you're not actually buried, you're planted. And I was buried after Super Dump. I thought I was buried after the Super Dump, but I was really planted. And the first watering was that moment my son said, "Wherever you go, I go." Right? And then from there, more waterings and sunshine and happiness came from that point. So, the point of what I want to do on this channel is not to dwell on my past. It's kind of to show you where I was and here I am now and where I'm going. And I'm going to do that by showing you, my health and fitness routines, my finance routines, and what I do to be happy, which is, be outdoors and play with my dogs and, be on the beach and be on lakes up north, all those things. So, anyway, do not cry over somebody that doesn't want to be with you. Okay, I'm going to show you my favorite place in the world to work out. Follow me. This is what I call the Iron Barn. The Iron Barn is an outdoor hockey rink. In the winter, it's ice and hockey. In the summer, it's my paradise. So you're going to hear me talk about legs a lot on this channel when it comes to exercise. So, you know, it's great to have good arms and all that, but legs is what makes you go up and down stairs and sprint with your kids. They're more important than having big biceps. This had to do. It's just not as heavy as I want. I used to do more reps. Half an hour. That's all you need. Yeah. Work the right muscles, work hard. That's all it takes, half an hour. It's a tough one. There's this island trail. You gotta go over a couple dams and a lock to get to it. It's about 1 kilometer long. So I do 4 or 5 laps around it and it's super fun, super scenic. I'm excited to show you. Let's go. So tragedy almost struck in this small little town. The boat launch got washed out with the docks and this road was closed into this special little place, the LCBO. That's where Canadians have to go to get their booze. So anyway, crisis averted. The water receded, road opened back up, and as you see, the open sign on the Lickbow. Check the ice out on this bridge, or on this dock. It got washed up. But yeah, nature's pretty wild. However, if you look over here, zoom in for you, like it's pretty destructive as well. So those boathouses, the one on the end there, is demolished. The other ones might be salvageable. But yeah, there's some destruction with bad weather like this, and as much as I think it's cool, trust me, it's not cool for those people that own those places. Such a shame. Well, it's a beautiful morning here. Okay, I'm super happy I'm able to get out here. This has been closed off for a week or so because of the flooding. So as you see, it's pretty high. Right, some of the videos that I've already showed you. But anyway, I'm excited to get to the island. This is one of my favorite walks anywhere in the world. For me, it rivals like a beach walk. Feel bad my dogs aren't here, but with the water levels being so high, it's super hard to get them out of the water, especially Pocket. She loves to swim. And last year when we had some floods, she went on a little ride. So I don't want that to happen again, so I left them at home. Yeah, the water's moving pretty fast. But yeah, so this is one of my favorite places in the world. The island walk. But yeah, like I say, it's completely different when things are flooding and there's no leaves on the trees and it's fairly wide open. They rebuilt these stairs last year, which before they were old, those old brown railway ties. So we went up the first set, now we're going down the next set. Sure glad they fixed these stairs. I'm pretty sure that's deer poo. Gotta get your steps in. So the water's pretty high here. It's come down a couple feet though in the last few days. But as you see this? That's actually flowing underneath a lot stronger than you think. Like so much so that it would be very tough to swim out of there. So it's very dangerous to be in that water. Okay, so this is what I consider happiness. Remember, healthy, happy money, for me, this is happiness. Blue skies, right? Warm sunshine, and running water behind me. I mean, this is what I absolutely love. And this is why I come up here for. Gotta love it. So there's a lot of red pine on this island. Right. This is great for your health as well. It's not just for my happy, it's for my health and mental health. Not a lot of people talk about that, but I gotta tell you, you have good mental health, it makes the world so much easier. So when I talk about working out and doing legs, it's so I can do things like this, right? That's not a big deal. But if you don't have leg strength, you can't do it. So this is interesting. Last year, this was closed all year because they were redoing this dam. And as you can see, it's held up pretty well over the flooding. They still have it locked out, so I can't go over there. And the water's down about 3 feet already. You know, one of the great things about early spring is there's no bugs. However, with the flooding that we've had this year, give it another month, it's gonna be a nasty one. But wear a bug suit and move on with your day. That's gonna end this island walk. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's so good to be out here. I love it. What a long winter. It's so amazing to be back. Okay, so what do I do for a living is that I actually own a sales and marketing company, and I sell product like this. This is called Moondog. It is a light up leash. I sell it to retailers such as Canadian Tire, Walmart, in the US, Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's, those type of accounts. I sell everything: grocery, pet, seasonal, plumbing, hardware. You name it, I sell it, and that's how I actually pay for my day-to-day living expenses. And investing is my side gig, if you will, and that's going to lead me to financial freedom. Okay, so I just showed you how my business pays for current Camp Walleye, some of the expenses here and at home, gas, other business expenses, some trips down south when I'm working, extended vacations, or extended work trips into vacations, I guess. But at the Financial Freedom Command Center, this is how I'm trying to get financial freedom and to upgrade Camp Walleye and to get to the beach all winter. This is how I'm doing it. So I'm just looking today, End Phase. It's an energy stock that we purchased a couple weeks ago, and it's up 12% today. So this is how we do it. This is how we are going to fund my dreams and get financial freedom. Whoa. What's that? I wasn't buried. I was planted. 3 years ago, in this same car, not too far from this parking spot, that's when that raw video that I did, my rock bottom video, that's where it was filmed. So it's kind of fitting because that day was dark and gray and crappy and cold, and today's sunny and beautiful. So it's kind of a fitting ending to this episode, being here 3 years later with a better mindset, better health, better finances than I was when I got separated. Now, my rock bottom was just divorce. If you're watching this, your rock bottom might be worse than mine. Mine's just divorce. There's a lot worse things out there than just divorce. However, either way, I would love to hear your rock bottom story. So please leave it in the comments. You actually might be my first viewer. You could actually be my first subscriber. If you've lasted this long, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What I plan on doing is getting better at YouTube, posting more videos. I will show you more of healthy, happy money, including, more of Camp Walleye and all the things that I do around that, and my health and fitness goals long-term, and of course my financial goals long-term. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and we will see you on the next one. Have a great day.